The walk problems have not led to run scoring for offenses against him. With Richmond, he had a 3.52 ERA despite walking 42 in under 100 innings. Barossa on a breaking ball taken outside, 3-1. Lonsway, the pitch mix tonight. Sinker, slider, changeup, curveball. So far in 4 AAA starts, he's been tough. 3-1 pitch with Lawler on deck, taken outside. The Aces have a base runner to lead off tonight. Jorge Barossa, walk machine, heading down to first base. Jeff Gardner looking for a spark from his lineup. Jorge Barossa leading off, then Jordan Lawler, Tommy Troy, Vukovic, Garcia, Melendez, Robinson, Pache, and Alcantara. By the lefty, Yumin Lin tonight. Jay Law in the damage spot. Barossa off of first, Jordan takes right down the middle. Sinker at 93. The out pitch for Lonsway is that curveball. 26 years old from St. Mary's, Ohio. Went to the Ohio State University, and he played with Dominic Canzone there in 2019 for the Buckeyes. 0-1 pitch on Jay Law, taken high. 3.52 ERA, 19 starts at AA. Walk rate right at about the league average. Strikeout rate right at about the league average. Finding a way through with runners on base. Giants promoting another young arm up to AAA who's excelling at this level. Lawler on a breaking ball taken inside. Don't think he loved it, but it's 1-2. Jeremy Riggs is the home plate umpire tonight. Stephen Hodgins down at first. Louis Krupa is the crew chief at third. For game 2 of this series, tonight is game number 128 for the Aces, and home game number 65 will be in single digits after tomorrow night of home games remaining this year. Hard to believe. 1-2 pitch. Barossa held on by the monstrosity Eldridge at first base. Bryce Eldridge, 6'7". Jorge Barossa, 5'5" at first base right now. 2-2 on Jordan Lawler. Lonsway walked Barossa pretty quickly. Jordan way out in front, struck him out on a breaking ball. And that's the first out for Lonsway in the first inning. Woof woof bark bark dog day tonight, and Lambo's shifts are coming to an end. It's so sad, we're gonna miss her a ton. But we've had such a blast. You've been appreciating us all season. We have Fan Appreciation Day coming up as well in our final homestand on September 14th. If you haven't come out to see the Aces, now is the time. Check over Barossa back in standing with Eldridge holding him on. Some dark skies deep in center field, but hopeful that the worst is past us tonight. We've not had a postponement all season long in 128 games. Amazing. Tommy Troy takes up and away. Tommy in the opening was playing center field. And at the plate, he was 0 for 5 with a strikeout last night. And Tommy coming off a series where he was on a ton in Salt Lake City, putting himself on base, and guys were driving him in right off the end of the bat. Fouled off, 1-1. Last night, the Aces at the dish. Talked about Sacramento hitting .409. The Aces went just 5 for 33 last night with a double, a triple, and struck out 11 times. Did draw 7 walks, but 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position last night. Lonsway watching Barossa. Troy swings and shoots it to the screen, 1-2. Jeff Gardner said a few weeks ago he wants to see his team before the end of the year just have one run where we maybe don't win 10, 15 in a row, but just win a chunk of games. He said something like 12 out of 15 or 13 out of 18, just something to finish the season on a high note. But the Aces have been trending down for a couple of weeks. Do have Barossa back, that's helpful at first base. Troy ripped into left, a base hit. Barossa trotting into scoring position, and the Aces have 2 aboard with 1 out for A.J. Vukovic. Lambo with an A+ retrieval. She is in action tonight. Vukovic moving up in the order. Barossa and Basabe there at second base, both Venezuelan infielders. Tommy Troy with a sharp single. Nice response after a difficult evening last night for Tommy. A.J. Vukovic, the PCL Player of the Week. Yesterday, he was on base multiple times. You see the numbers for Lonsway very strong at AAA so far. But it's a whole new ball game when you're pitching here in Reno. See if he can pass that test. Although the Aces this year, we've had some difficulties at home. Have lost 6 of 28 at home in the second half, mostly due to pitching. 1-0, first and second with one out. AJ out in front of a breaking ball. Vukovic in the opener coming off that Player of the Week award. He was 0 for 2 with 2 walks against the starter Hayden Birdsong. Walked a handful, 5 free passes, but no earned runs for the Illinois product. 1-1 taken outside. AJ, a big-time shift in the second half of this year of him taking tough pitches just off the plate. And he's done that consistently, which has led him to get fastballs in the heart of the zone to barrel up, and he is not missing those. AJ outside again, 3-1, good take. Garcia is on deck. We have lost 9 of 13 to the River Cats this year. And the offense has been up and down in these matchups, no doubt about that. But we pitched so well in Sacktown in that series at the end of April that it didn't really matter how we hit. We were winning with 2 or 3 runs. 3-1 is up the line and foul. Broken bat, it sounded like for Vuk. Count is full, 3-2. AJ, he's so strong that even on a broken background ball like that, rolled all the way to the corner. AJ looks like the lumber is still intact. Vukovic in the offseason, he's got a place in Phoenix now, but he said he'll head home for a while after the season to Milwaukee, spend some time with his family just as he did over the All-Star break. Lonsway watching Barossa pay off on AJ's in the dirt, and the bases are loaded. Chris Payne, fire him up early tonight. Vukovic off a first, Troy off a second, Barossa off a third, 1 out for Aramis Garcia. The Aces loaded the bases 3 times last night and couldn't do much, but have been incredible this year with the bases full. Third baseman Ellis on the edge of the grass, former Aces legend Drew Ellis. First pitch is inside, called a strike, 0-1. Garcia takes at 92. Aramis Garcia in Salt Lake City. He was 4 for 10 with 2 doubles. Drove in 2 runs. He's been catching a lot of barrels this year. Lonsway in a bind. Garcia rips it foul. This has got to happen for Lonsway. He's been walking guys, but he wiggles out, and the Aces let Birdsong off the hook last night. But an early opportunity to take a lead in game 2 with one of the more productive power hitters at the plate this year in Garcia. 0-2 taken outside. Aramis, the beginning of this year, he was drawing so many walks. And then the homers started to come. And his OPS, and Jeff Gardner pointed to his OPS early this year and noted that it was over 900 with the on-base ability and the power. 1-2, AG slashed to the left center field gap. 1 run scores. Here comes Troy. Aramis Garcia drives in a pair, and Reno takes a 2-0 lead. AG caught this one flush. And Lambeau, the tail is wagging tonight. Offense has already scored more in this first inning than we did all of yesterday. Aramis Garcia catches it. Great swing, goes down to get it to left center field. Vukovic advanced to third on the single from AG. Still only 1 out for Ivan Melendez. Melendez, he came in late last night and drew a walk in his lone plate appearance. Takes in the dirt, 1-0's a great at-bat late, but the game was already decided. 17-1 the final last night in favor of the River Cats, but not tossing away those at-bats in the 9th inning. The final 2 frames finally broke the shutout late. 25 pitches in the inning for Lonsway. This is a number to first. Aldridge looks to second, now goes to first, and Melendez is safe. RBI single on the infield. Vukovic scores. It's 3-0 Aces just like that. 2-run single for Garcia. Melendez puts the ball in play. Good things happen up that first base line. And Lonsway, has given up all 3 runs from the bases loaded situation. Another look at that jam shot. Eldridge was looking to second. There was no play at home, and then Lansway quickly adjusting, but by the time he got his foot there, slid it over and couldn't touch the bag. So Eldridge looking at 3 different bases on that play. Meeting on the mound early for Seth Lansway from the pitching coach. Alan Quijano is returning for the River Cats. Melendez, he's been putting the ball in play plenty here in the early going. Definitely been some swing and miss, but he's been knocking in runs as well. Drawn some walks. Melendez, he's pointing at his hand with Jaime. I think his hand is in pain after that swing. Christian Robinson, he did not play in the opener. Robinson hitting 7th tonight, and it's a special week for K-Rob. His family, all of them here from the Bahamas. His parents from the Bahamas. His siblings now live in Kansas, but his brother's here and his parents are here tonight. To see him play in Reno, really, really special. All the way from Nassau in the Bahamas, which has a 3-hour time difference. So he says sometimes they'll watch the first 5 innings at home, but then they got to go to bed because it's 3 hours later. But tonight they are on Pacific, and throughout the week you're going to enjoy watching him play. Christian Robinson just up from AA Amarillo and way ahead in the count, 2-0. First and second for the Aces, already 3 home. In the bottom of the first inning on 3 hits, loaded the bases. Garcia drove in a pair, Melendez another. Robinson at the knees, 2-1. Watching K-Rob develop over the last couple of years. There's his family all the way from the Bahamas watching him take this at bat. That's his mom on the right, his brother on the left, his dad in the middle, and they're looking on. Christian with some count leverage. Great shot from our camera crew there. Robinson takes low, 3-1. Pache is on deck. Christian Robinson. Siblings didn't play ball. We have some guys on the team. Christian Pache is one of 4. His brother played basketball on deck, but no baseball for his brother. Robinson takes a ball outside, ball 4. That looked pretty close, but no challenge. It's the 3rd walk of the inning for Lansway. And the bases are loaded once again. This time for Christian Pache. Look at that sky tonight, ominous dark skies, but the Aces came to hit in this first inning. Sacramento is going to get an arm up and throwing down there. Lansway's thrown 31 pitches in this frame. He has walked 3 and already given up 3 runs. Pache takes low, called a strike, 0-1. 88 from Lansway.
Batter's challenging to call a strike.
And a challenge from Pache. Our most aggressive challenger in 2025 is this guy. And this time
call is confirmed. Reno has 1 challenge remaining.
Last year it was Barossa. Barossa's really cooled off. Challenging pitches. He doesn't do it nearly as often. But this year, Christian Pache has taken that mantle. So much confidence in the box. Behind 0-1, Lansway pitch number 33 is a big swing and a miss. On a breaking ball, rolling back into the zone. Christian Pache in Salt Lake, he had a really nice series. He had 4 hits, including 2 doubles and 11 at-bats. Drove in 5 and walked 3 times in South Jordan last week. Hopefully earning more playing time. Knew he'd start tonight against the left-handed Lansway. 0-2 bounces to the backstop. This is way up there and rolling down the netting. Another run scores. Garcia home. It's 4-0 Aces in the first inning. Wild pitch from Lansway. He has walked 3, and now another scores. That was beyond wild. Spiked into the dirt, and the catcher, Sam Huff, had no chance on that ball. Garcia scores standing up, and now it's 2nd and 3rd and 1 and 2 on Pache. Robinson advances to second. Melendez down to third. Pache chopper to third. It's gloved by Ellis, looks and throws to first. That is out number 2, still only 2 outs. The 9th man to bat will be Sergio Alcantara. But first, you can stay up to date with everything Ace Ball. Text ACES to 21003, be the first to know when specialty theme nights drop and about future promotions. Lambo, what a job. What a job. Get better as the season goes on. Looking for a pet from Gardy down there. But Gardy is excited about his offense scoring runs in this first inning. Second and third for Serge. He did not play yesterday. Alcantara 1 for 12 in Salt Lake. Did draw 3 walks though. Takes down in the dirt 1-0 Lansway. This could be his last at bat. 36 pitches, 3 walks, a wild pitch, and 4 runs home for Reno. Falls behind on Alcantara. Surge to the screen. 37 pitches, 18 strikes, almost split right down the middle. Credit this Aces lineup though. Very patient, and then Tommy Troy slashed the ball into left. Garcia with a 2-run single to the gap in left center field. And Melendez, little jam shot up the line, but that worked too. Everything working early for the Aces offense. 1-1 on the way to Surge. Outside, 2-1. These close takes have been key. Sending 9 men to the plate. It started with a Barossa walk on 5 pitches. Jordan, he struck out swinging. But after that, the Aces put 5 in a row on. 2-1 pitch on the way. Alcantara taking that time outside. 3-1. Barossa is on deck, ready to hit again in this first frame. Tomorrow night is a throwback Thursday. Friday is Wolfpack night. Saturday, Friends. And Sunday is a family Sunday. Penultimate week at Greater Nevada Field. Alcantara down and in, ball 4, 4th walk of the inning. Now we're going to watch for Dave Brundage. The manager down in the dugout. He's going to come to the top step and make the change. That is all she wrote for